Welcome back to the Warframe Beginner's Guide to the Galaxy. We're going to be picking up where we left off on Monday's episode. We are going to be doing some of the very cool sort of key quests that we've been working our way towards for a while now. But before we do that, I do want to go ahead and show you guys our vault. And that is because I went ahead and upgraded a bunch of mods that I knew we had doubles of. So I upgraded our flow to the maximum, which gives us plus 150% energy max. So you'll see that our total energy is now up to 300. I've upgraded stretch to maximum. I've put a ton into vitality, so we now have a lot more health on Volt. Volt is basically becoming a much more serious threat. Now, there is one problem with that, and that is that if we were to go in now and try to raise any of our mods, you'll see that we only have 35 endo left. Now, we are by no means maxed out on our Volt. You can see that there's quite a few more things we could upgrade here. Intensify's not upgraded, Continuity's not upgraded, we have 10 capacity left, and we're still using Thief's Wit, which we could cut to get some more capacity back. So, what you're going to run into as you're advancing in the game is you're going to run out of endo. You might wonder, well, how do I consistently get endo? That's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be covering a quest called The Stolen Dream. I'm going to hop right into that, or Stolen Dreams, rather. So we're going to begin this quest. In order to do this quest, we have to have the Phobos Junction, which is what we finished on the last episode. Rigor, the Rat Maru, takes us for fools. Find her. We must recover the new Arcane Codex before she sells it to the Corpus. If she no longer has the codes, you may use any extraction techniques necessary to learn their whereabouts. This interrogation can be her punishment. She need not survive. You are commanded. Tile Regor. Okay. So our goal in this case is going to be to save Maru. This is such a cool series of quests, and not just a cool series of quests, this will unlock a weekly quest that will allow you to get Ayatin sculptures, and I'll show you how those turn into endo this episode. We're also going to be doing the quest A Man of Few Words this episode, and that will provide you with a weekly blueprint for a special kind of thing called a Spectre that you can deploy in a mission to help you out, which can be very useful as a new player if you're struggling with something. Alright, and we do have a new gun, by the way. We're using the Gorgon now, because we finished our bolter. The Gorgon is a very fun gun. I would equate it sort of to spinny guns in Borderlands. You see it has kind of a ramp up where it fires faster over time, and it is quite exceptionally fun to use, to be honest. That being said, we're not going to be using it a whole bunch here because we do have a goal, which is to capture Maru. So we're going to go get her, and we're going to ignore the rest of these enemies. We just want to get that done. We do have a ton of energy now. Like, our energy cap is much higher. So we should be able to use our abilities a little bit more freely here. Oh, she just went invisible. Okay. We're going to wait for her to pop out of invisibility. And there she is. Should not be too hard to wear her down with this weapon. I mean, honestly, we could also use lightning here because that will cut her shields down faster. Then we'll just punch her in the face. There we go. We have captured our friend Maru. She is our friend, or she will be, rather. So now we can take her on out of here, and things are going to get very lovely for us as far as endo goes right after this. Let's get to the exit. We don't really need to stop and fight anything here. We could if we wanted to get some affinity on our weapons, but we'll kind of do that over time on our own. One thing I do want to tell you guys, if you're having trouble... Oh, I missed the exit there. If you're having trouble with your affinity grind, there are some tricks that you can use. Where is this exit? Is it below here? No, it looks to be a completely separate thing. Gotta love when the map is just confusingly put together, which happens quite often. Okay, so that's a dead end. Some of these tile sets, if you don't play them very often, it's very easy to just get lost. And I think in this case we need to go back up and around and then down over here. Yes? Oh, it's actually above, not below, but still, same difference. Here we go. Anyways, back to the point that I was making before, which is that if you're having trouble getting affinity, one of the best things you can do is just take a long, endless mission and focus on what you're trying to raise. If you're trying to gain affinity on a frame, dealing damage and killing enemies with that frame is going to level it quicker. So, for example, if you're still struggling to get your Volt to 30 for any reason, primarily focus on using his 1 to kill enemies, and that will help you level him faster. Also, as far as weapons go, if you're trying to increase the level of one weapon, you can empty out the other weapon slots, and it means that all of your weapon affinity will go directly to that one weapon. So those are some nice little tricks you can use to burst up the affinity on one particular thing. Perhaps in the next mission we'll just bring the Gorgon with us and you guys can see the difference, because right here we got a little bit of affinity on the Gorgon, not much. We also didn't fight too much for this mission. That's kind of okay. It's a whatever type thing. Now, if I were to take off the Mark I Kunai and the Onkyros, I would actually gain all of the affinity that would have gone to them on the Gorgon, and the Gorgon would have leveled right there. That's kind of what I'm explaining. And then with frames, it comes down to using your abilities to kill stuff. So if you have a frame that doesn't actually have ability damage, it takes a little bit longer than a frame that does. I'm going to switch this back to public. I don't know why I was off of that, but it doesn't really matter because I'm reasonably sure that Stolen Dreams is not going to allow us to do the mission publicly. So it doesn't give us any information. I'm going to come back in here. We captured Maru. That part's done. Perhaps we're waiting for a message from the Lotus here, because the quest doesn't say to do anything else. Alright. That's interesting. Yeah, we've got to be waiting for a message from Lotus. Lotus, you wanna give us a little phone call here? Lotus, please. Hello? Alright, let's go check our inbox and see if maybe we got some... Ah, here we go.
So, you tin suits want to know about that arcane codex? Is that all? Okay, here goes. Tile Rhaegor offered up big-time credits for me to pull the code from some strange machine on an infested Orokin derelict. Thing is, I never much liked the Grineer, so the code I pulled ain't the code I gave him. I guess they finally figured that out. I bet
Maru is lovely.
Hands on the code. Too bad. I already sold him to the Corpus. Now, if you were to make it worth my while, maybe I'll tell you where they're keeping it.
Okay, so basically, Maru double-crossed the Grineer, sold what she found to the Corpus. Now we have to go steal it from the Corpus, because that's generally what we do in this game. We get caught between the Corpus and the Grineer. Why am I still not able to continue game, please? Following is an excerpt from our debriefing with Maru. Okay. Can I have the next mission, please? Alright, well, if it doesn't want to give it to us right now, we can always switch over to working on a Man of Few Words. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. It should tell us what to do next, but we're probably just waiting for it to trigger here. Hello? Lotus, please. Lotus, why are you like this? Okay. So yeah. Nothing showing up here on Stolen Dreams. If we go into the Codex, it might actually tell us what to do. No. Okay. In that case, we're gonna go start working on a Man of Few Words, and we will come back to this. What will likely happen is, as we begin working on this, it'll actually trigger the next part of that quest, and that'll pop up. At this point, we're just kind of waiting for a delayed trigger on the quest, I would assume. So we are going to go rescue the Contractor. Now, we got this quest by talking to Darvo at the relay, and he's usually in the downstairs. Well, I use the relay on, I want to say Earth. Yeah, I use the Earth relay, and he's downstairs at the end of the hallway next to Samaras. You can usually fast travel straight to Darvo, though. So we are going to rescue Darvo's Grineer Contractor. That is Clem. Clem is a legendary meme in this game. If this is your first introduction to Clem, you're welcome. You're welcome. Clem is essentially a Grineer that has a little bit of a gene defect because the Grineers are all cloned. Clem's gene defect is that he does not hate the Tenno like most Grineer are genetically engineered to do. Instead, he kind of thinks we're okay. Also, he can only say the word Clem. That's pretty much it. He is Clem. Let's go ahead and... I guess we don't really need to take this down. I was doing so, but we can just slide when we hit the bottom here and get down a lot faster. However, if we do that, it is still telling us... See, sometimes the on-screen display for these waypoints is a little bit off. We're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna fall. I tried to slide there, but I apparently didn't have enough forward motion, or I hit a wall when I was sliding. Either way, we're down here at the bottom. Let's keep moving forward. We are here to rescue Clem. And I cannot wait. Clem is awesome, guys. And basically what this will do is it'll unlock a weekly quest where you can get a blueprint to build a Clem Spectre, and what that means is that you can summon Clem to help you in a mission if you're struggling. And he can actually be very, very useful. He can help you hold points if you're doing like a interception mission and you happen to not have other people with you for some reason. Spectres can be very useful in general. I'm gonna go ahead and hit our speed boost here so we can get to him a little bit faster. And it has been pointed out to me that you can get around faster even with Volt speed boost. You still get around faster by bullet jumping and rolling, so something to keep in mind. Here we're gonna drop down and roll right before we hit the ground. That'll keep us from having a hard landing. And because we are on our own here, we can just open the buddy door, no problem. And now we have to go hack these doors to save the hostages. Alright. Okay, this guy seems very upset. How do I... Why am I unable to access these? I'm very confused by this. Oh, that's why. Okay. So we need to get over here so we can drop the water level real quick. And we just gotta hit that 3 times. Water level's down. Now we can go hack these and try to release our dear friend Clem. Now, I'm not sure if you can actually see him in the tube that he's in, but I strongly doubt it. I am guessing that that is intentionally obfuscated so that you do have to find the right one. There's our boy Clem. He does not have a weapon at the moment, which is unfortunate because Clem also has a signature weapon called the Twin Grakatas. Yeah, so now we gave Clem our sidearm to help him. He's got kunais. Clem is running around throwing kunais. This in and of itself is entertaining. Oh, I guess he can say more than Clem. He just primarily says Clem. He can also say Grakata. Grakata is the name of his favored weapons. They are 2 little, well, not little by any means. They're 2 rather large Grineer SMGs. And we've got Clem, but we need to help Clem find the most important thing in the world to him, his Grakatas. Now, once we get his Grakatas, we will have earned Clem's loyalty and we'll be able to call him to help us in missions, which is super beneficial if you're struggling, like I said, with an interception or anything that really requires you to watch 2 different things. You can drop him down, for example, on an excavator and tell him to hold position, and he will fight anything that comes after that excavator, so it can speed up those missions a little bit.
He's a special guy, you know. Little weird, but a hell of a fighter.
Little weird, but a fighter. You are not wrong, Darvo. We love Clem, guys. Clem is 100. Clem is 100. He's also just one of the most enjoyable memes in the community. The biggest ongoing joke with that being we need Clem Prime. And I'm still behind that. It makes absolutely no sense from a lore perspective, mind you, but I would absolutely love to have a Clem Prime. I'm actually now picturing Clem decked out in like shiny gold Prime armor with like, it would be like white and black and gold like most of the Primes kind of come with. I mean, not most. There are a lot of Primes though that have like a white, black, and gold color scheme, which I'm guessing is sort of heralding back to that being sort of an Orican favored color scheme. Alright, we gotta find Clem's weapons, y'all. We are here to recover Grakata. You can actually build the Grakatas yourself. They're actually one of the more interesting weapons in the game, mainly because the Grakata itself is a primary weapon, and then once you have finished leveling it, you can turn it into the Twin Grakatas, which are a secondary weapon. So go figure about how all that works. That being said, the Grakata, in my opinion, is not a great primary. The Twin Grakatas, though, as a secondary are actually really, really nice. They're pretty high impact for a secondary weapon early on in the game. Now, late in the game, you will get some better secondaries, but that is, you know, much, much further in. I honestly, on my main account, spent a very long time looking for the right secondary, the one that I really wanted to use. Why, hello there, Grakata. Okay, so we pick up the Grakatas, and now we gotta find the thief. Clem wants to make them pay. See? Clem! Ah, yes. Yeah, I'm definitely up to help Clem get revenge on the guy who stole his beloved Grakatas. Oh, I messed up the roll there. See, even I am a noob when it comes to some of the movement stuff, guys. I honestly didn't use the roll for the longest time. Like, I would use bullet jumping to get around, but I didn't use the roll too much. I'm getting better about it, but I obviously blew that roll right there. So that's not to say that you definitely shouldn't spend time getting used to the movement. You should. But if you know, have certain parts of the movement kit you don't particularly use, it's not the end of the world. You have plenty of time to perfect your ninja movement in Warframe. Plenty of grinds to do it with, too. No joke. Let's go through here. Speaking of grinds, if you guys are like me and you are prime farmers, you like to farm your prime stuff out of your relics, now is the time to do it. There are going to be a couple of relics being vaulted soon, and the prime frames and weapons that are in question are Necros, Oberon, Sabaris, Tigris, Galatine, and Silva and Aegis. All of those primes will soon be vaulted, meaning you will not be able to obtain them from relics, or rather, you will not be able to obtain the relics that they appear in. So if you're a collector like myself, then I strongly recommend you focus in on getting those this week. That obviously depends on how far you are in the game. If you're very, very early in the game, it's going to be difficult to get some of those things, if not all of them, to be honest. But I mean, you never know. There's a lot of people farming them right now. You could get a good group that just helps carry you through some stuff. There are plenty of different ways to do that. I'm going to go ahead and put up my wall here. And go after this guy. Try to get a little bit of extra damage. Now this weapon is fairly new, which is why it's not really hitting that hard, but you can see that we are getting electric and slash procs on him. Now those slash procs are going to help because he doesn't have any shields, so they're going to go directly to his health, and the electric procs are what keeps kind of stunning him briefly. I'm going to put another wall up here so we get some more damage, and then just continue to unload with him, or on him with our Gorgon. There we go. Finito. I forgot to put just our Gorgon on for this one, but that's kind of okay, because Clem needed a sidearm anyway, or was... No, Clem needed a sidearm in the last one. Either way, it's not the end of the world. It's fine. We did already get a level on our Gorgon. Stuff will level up generally pretty quickly as long as you're using it. If you're not really using your weapons, if you're just speedrunning missions, you probably won't gain that much affinity, which is why I say kind of know what you're doing. If you're trying to level your weapons, then take a defense mission and just focus on that one weapon. Like in this case, if I really wanted to push the power level of the Gorgon up so that I could go after a new boss or something, I would leave the Kunais and the Ankyros back on the ship, go into a defense mission, and just use the Gorgon to kill everything I could. And that would allow the Gorgon to level up a lot. You could probably, if you went like 10 waves, maybe 15 waves, you could probably put 5 to 10 levels on it quickly. Alrighty.
If you help Clem, we can all share in the spoils.
I'm down with that. I am always down to help the Clem. Clem is awesome. Okay. Now we've got to go get this relic for Darvo and Clem. This should be very, very easy. We have Clem backing us up, and he's got Grakatas. Very, very fun weapons, like I said. We'll probably craft the Grakata soon, just so that we can build the dual Grakatas as a secondary. As I said, they are an excellent secondary for a good portion of the early game. Sorry about that, folks. We are back now. We are doing a merchandise acquisition for Darvo here. Had a little bit of a technical glitch there that caused some problems, so I basically just restarted the mission. We're gonna go through and get this done now, though. It was really weird, actually. I must have, like, bumped a shortcut key on my system or something, because it made my window for the game like tiny and put it up in the corner on the recording. So I was just like, oh, I'll just, you know, I haven't got that far in the mission. I'll just back out and start it over. This is a survival mission. It's honestly one of my favorite survival missions you get to run because Darvo is the one sending you the life support, and he always says really funny things like, how about some, what is it, some secondhand life support or some low budget life support? And his lines for this are just lovely. Where's Clem? There's Clem. Get him, Clem! Do your Clemen thing! We're just gonna take these guys out. Clem is gonna hang out over there, apparently. And I'm gonna drop over here so we can get behind these guys, put our wall up, and just start burning them down with our not our Grakata, rather. Grakatas are Clem's weapon. We're using the Gorgon. Most of the Grineer weapons have this really, really nice kind of automatic fire focus. And I do greatly enjoy the fire style of the Gorgon. And even the Kuva weapons you'll get later have that really nice ramp-up fire style. I find them helpful if you don't have great aim, because you can start aiming at, like, their chest, and by the time it ramps up to full fire rate, you can adjust your aim to be on their head, which allows you to get that little bit of extra damage that you need to kind of polish stuff off faster. Now, they do trade a little bit of damage for that higher fire rate, Of course, once you're modding and you're adding damage to them, that damage loss is negligible. And I mean, you can even push it by giving them even better fire rate, which is frankly kind of nuts. So right here, we're at about 60% life support. We should be considering picking some of that up, because you get about 30% from each container. Now, normally, the goal in a life support or a survival mission is to kill enough enemies to survive off of the passive life support they drop. In this case, we're probably not going to be able to do that because we don't have 4 players, which means that there's less enemies spawning, which means that there is less life support to be had from killing those enemies. Now, ideally, what you want to do in survivals is you want to get your entire team in one area so that all the enemies are spawning together, and you can all just burn them down and passively generate enough life support to... I thought Clem was one of the bads there. Passively generate enough life support so that you don't really have to worry about scooping up those things. That's a life support module that just dropped right there. It gives us that little yellow indicator on our screen to let us know we can go scoop that up if we want to. And we got it already, which is kind of nice. Let's go ahead and take this guy out. We'll just punch him in the face, because we can. I love the execution animation on the Ankyros, by the way. Like, it's so good. The whole mounting them on the ground and just punching the crap out of them is entertaining. Alright. You guys are over here giving Clem some trouble. We're gonna take care of you. I love that, like, rapid punch, too. Ah-da-da-da-da. It's really cool. I think, like, one of the styles has that rapid punch, but it's more chainable, like you can do it multiple times. Or maybe that just comes from upgrading the stance mod. When you upgrade your stance mod, sometimes it increases... Oh, there's that beautiful execution. I love that so much. Such a great, great execution animation. We do need to pick up some life support here. Let's go ahead and grab this. Now, we've got to make it another 6 minutes, well, almost 7 minutes to get out of this mission, which is no big deal. Just kind of running around, getting some loot, letting Clem kill stuff with his Grikatas. And obviously, we could just be killing things as well to get our Gorgon levels up. Now, this one, I kind of wish I had taken my other weapons off, because we might have been able to get the Gorgon pretty close to cap here. I will say, though, that defense missions are still a little bit easier for capping weapons, and that's because the enemies spawn more tightly grouped and they're all coming directly at you. Survival is nice still, especially if you're trying to get, like, loot. Survival's a little bit better because your map is a little bit larger, which means more nodes will spawn. But at the same time, if you're just trying to farm up weapons, defense is really, really nice. The other one that's actually really, really nice for farming up weapons are disruption missions, and that's primarily because the game will spawn a lot of enemies so that you can get keys off of them to do the different disruption terminals. So, yeah, anything that's got high enemies, gonna be good for leveling affinity on weapons. And I wonder where our Gorgon is at right now. Only at rank 6. Sad times. Could have been higher. Like, if we had just brought the Gorgon, it would have been so much higher already. We probably would be up to 8 by now if we just brought the Gorgon. But that's okay. Can't win them all. Sometimes mistakes get made. We're at about 40% life support. Time to go scoop some more up. Yes, I'm aware that I should think about getting some life support, Darvo. Thank you. Okay, we'll grab this one. It's going to give us a little bit more. Some of the life support that has fallen off of the back of the truck. And Shiktal is one of the, like, Grineer... I forget what they're called, but they're essentially a special enemy that you can get to come after you if you do, certain missions. Oh, why do I always forget the invasions? If you do invasions against the Grineer, those guys will actually come after you, and they drop, like, unique items and stuff. So if you're going to do invasions, it actually is very beneficial to focus on doing them for one side so that you can draw their death squads and actually get loot from them. Hello there. I'll just take you out. Couple nice shots here against this guy and he should go down. Oh my gosh. I got knocked off by somebody behind me. Let's just do this. We have a really, really high range on that ability now because we maxed out our stretch. And with that additional range, we should be able to kind of encompass all of the enemies in the area, and then just run around and scoop up their life support. Very nice. That's going to keep us at about 47%. Obviously, we might want to pick up a life support module here in a moment, but I'm kind of just going to get into the center of all the enemies and pop this again to try to get a little bit more passive life support first, if at all possible. Looks like Clem is down, so we're going to go ahead and scoop him up. Clem, we got you, buddy. We got you. Time to get back up and Grakata. Let's go ahead and use our 4 again because we are being surrounded by lots of enemies. Ouch. That wasn't very nice. That was not very nice, sir. Just not... Oh, that's the dude. That's the dude that's been talking this entire mission. So we're gonna have to unload on him real quick. Wow, he hits pretty hard, it looks like. And we are low on energy, so I'm not gonna be able to use our 4 here, which is kind of okay. I mean, it's not the ideal situation, but if we can get a little bit more energy, what I'd like to do is put our wall down to help burn that guy down. There's a little more energy, but I'm also concerned about our life support here, so we're gonna go scoop some of that real quick. I do want to go take that guy out, though, because he has a unique drop table. Alrighty, more half-price life support, guys. I love that Darvo's like, we got half-price life support. It fell off the back of the spaceship. And now we're gonna go back and look for that Shiktal guy and see if we can beat him down using our 3 wall to get some extra damage. Now we do need to find him first. I think he's back here, right? He was back here. Now I'm not sure where he's at. Interesting. Hopefully we run into him again. I would have liked to have gotten whatever loot he dropped. Yeah, I don't see him at all now. He had like a big shield, so we know what we're looking for. And I believe we might be out of ammunition here on our primary weapon, which is always a great thing. That's what you want. You want to be out of ammunition on your primary, guys, especially when you're looking for the big bad that you're trying to beat down. We got about 28% life support and 1:50 left on this mission. Should be out of here fairly quickly. Is that him right there? It is. Okay, so we found him. Now the question is, do we have ammo on our primary now? Oh, we're not out of ammo. We got disarmed. We got disarmed. We got to go pick that Gorgon back up. There we go. Alright. Our life support is extremely low. I'm gonna go scoop some of that up, which means that we're gonna have to abandon going after Shiktal for just a moment here. And that's because if we lose the life support, we will fail the mission. Let's go. More life support, please. And I'm gonna pick up 2 of them this time, and then go after Shiktal, and hope that we can actually kill him this time. I can't believe I didn't notice I was disarmed. It's the Kubros that will do that. The Kubros will disarm you. And that's sort of one of the dangers you have to deal with when you're doing these types of missions. Fun fact, if you cannot switch back to your primary weapon, usually that means you've been disarmed. I just assumed we ran out of ammo, because if you run out of ammo, the game will actually swap you to your secondary as well, just to make sure you don't sit there firing nothing. Alright, here we go. Now we've got some nice firepower coming through our wall. Shiktal there still has his shield, though, which means he's not taking too much damage, it looks like. Yeah, we're hardly even getting through to him. It's kind of frustrating, but that's alright. Oh, we went down. Okay, we're gonna get ourselves back up here, because obviously Clem's not gonna help us back up. And I'm gonna try to find a way to get through to Shiktal, because we're definitely not getting through to him with our wall here. As long as he has that shield, he's got himself a nice defensive capability. Where did he go? I don't see him anymore, and I don't think we killed him yet. Alright, dropping another life support capsule. Good for you, Darvo. Where did he go? Oh, come on. I love getting trapped under a bridge. Come on, game. Alright, so we're out from under the bridge now. Just a matter of beating these guys down. I am keeping an eye on our life support in the meantime. There he is. I'm just gonna lay into him with our melee weapons and maybe shock him a little bit if we can. Doesn't look like we're getting a lot of value out of the shock, though. Might get some value out of this. There we go. Oh, I didn't keep him down for long, though. Oh, he turned his back. Oh, wait a minute. You guys see the little floaty thing above him, right? I wonder if we can hit that for some benefit. Looks like no. We do need some more life support. Oh, I don't think we're gonna kill him. I'd like to, but I don't think we're getting there right now. Get some more of that life support. We do have some life support drops on the ground here that are being shown to us. I'm gonna scoop those up as well. And then we'll see if we can find a way to wrap around the back of Shiktal and get some hits in on him. Doesn't look like it, though. He's really good about keeping that shield up. And I don't have the energy to use our 4. It's unfortunate. Okay, so that time we were disarmed again. Yes. Good to keep an eye on the ground when that happens. Can you not? Can you just stop, Kubro, please? Kubro, please. Okay, that time we were not this. No, we were again. What? Where do these Kubros keep coming from? Alright, there is a life support module that's going to be coming in right here very soon. So I'm going to keep an eye out for that while gathering what I can and continuing to focus damage on Shiktal here. Oh, I want to kill him so bad, guys. I want him to go down so badly here. There we go, life support's here. I'm going to grab it. And here we're going to use the roll trick to kind of protect ourselves, as well as the ground slam to try to knock people off their feet and go right after Shiktal. Because we are out of time now. We've completed the mission technically, but I'm not leaving his loot behind. I'm going straight for him now. You're ours. You're ours. Ah. Relentless. I refuse to accept defeat. He's got to go down. Did we get him finally? We had to have. Yeah, he's dead. Oh, we didn't even get any cool loot from him. Sad times. Sad, sad times. I had hoped we'd get something cool in exchange for all the work killing him, but I guess not. We might have to. We might have picked something up, and in the heat of the moment, I didn't notice it. Either way, I'm going to grab this life support, and we're going to get out of here. Darvo's telling me, guys. Darvo's telling me. Seriously, go. So we got to get out of here. Oh, that's the wrong way. Oh, good. We got stuck in water now. Yay. That is the reason why you need the Arcwing for these missions, by the way, is because there is a portion of it that is in the water. We didn't really do much with that portion, and I'm not sure that I think this should be locked behind the Arcwing, all things considered, because you don't really do the water portion of this at all. Alright, let's get out of here. Well, I guess you... Okay, so you need it briefly to go underwater and hit that switch. That's probably what we got from him. Heavy trauma, not a bad drop. And there is our Clem Clone Blueprint. We can use that to craft ourselves a Clem that we can deploy on mission to help us. The Gorgon did not get very much experience there at all, unfortunately. But that's okay. Onkyros got some decent experience because we were punching people there. I guess the Gorgon did probably at least level up, so that's a plus. Now let's see if we can go ahead and... Yeah, we gotta go see Darvo now to complete the mission. Now, once you complete this mission will be available once a week. And what you'll do is you'll go help Clem reclaim a relic. It'll be a survival mission. You last for 10 minutes. You get a Clem Clone Blueprint, which allows you to very cheaply produce a Clem Spectre that will help you out in mission. So let's go ahead and talk to Darvo, and we can actually just fast travel to him here to make that a little faster. Hello, Darvo.
Here's the hero. Clem is very glad you saved
Clem.
him from certain death. Clem Grakata.
Clem Grakata.
And that you got his Grakata's back too. Clem. And I'm happy to have this fancy organ relic. Here's a little something as a symbol of our appreciation.
Alright, so we got an Exilus Warframe adapter for this. Oh my gosh, this image of Clem. This is the best. Clem is celebrating with his Grakatas, guys. Clem is just awesome. If you don't like Clem, there's something wrong. Anyways, the Exilus Warframe adapter is a thing that will open up an additional slot on your Warframe. That will be useful if you formatted your frame a couple times and you have some additional capacity left. But for right now, you're probably just going to want to store that up for later. Alright, and with that done, we're going to leave the relay and we're going to go see if we can pick up where we left off with Stolen Dreams. That is the other thing we need to kind of get through today.
Messages await the operator.
That was fantastic, Tenno. You really came through for Clem and I. Come see us in the relay so we can thank you in person. We already did that, so we jumped ahead there a little bit. That's fine. I'm going to go down here and start our Clem Blueprint going. Where are you, Clem? There we go. As you can see, the resources for this, very, very easy. We already have a bunch of them. So we'll go ahead and get that started. We will have a Clem clone very, very soon that we can deploy on mission with us. In the meantime, though, let's hope that we can now continue Stolen Dreams. Yes, I would like to make Stolen Dreams our active quest. And there we go. Now it's working. Okay, so we're going to go do Unda here. take an arcane codex. I'm guessing this is going to be a spy mission, which is awesome because spy missions are quick. We can get through that relatively fast. And then once we're done with that, we will actually go do the weekly mission for Maru, and I'll show you how to get through one of them. Because they can be kind of tricky for a new player as well. Yep, this is a spy mission. This is going to be pretty easy for us, though, because we're good with these spy missions. We've done them enough times. Come down here and go after the spy nodes that are down here on the bottom. Alright. We're going to get through A, B, and C relatively quickly here. They are kind of neatly in a row. It does look like A might be a little bit down from where we are. There we go. So we're going to bullet jump our way through. I'm still in that habit of sprinting with Volt Speed Boost, but it is faster apparently just to bullet jump through. Speaking of, there's a mod called Mobilize, and if you have it, it actually increases the speed that you bullet jump, which will make bullet jumping even more quick.
The data vault is nearby.
Okay.
Do your
So-
best and try not to trip the alarms.
This one I recognize. What we're going to want to do is go to this. And open this up. And then from here, honestly, like, we can just jump over this. Super easy. Oh, that wasn't my goal. My goal was to get over to this side, but we'll jump over that to do it. Open this up, and then we will come through here. Straight to the computer. Nice and simple. That'll get us through A vault. And then we just have to knock out B and C, which should be equally quick. Once you do that, all those lasers and things go down, so you can just leave relatively easily out the sides. I'm going to go through the side that we came in through, just because that's, I'm pretty sure, the one that's open without any hassles, so we'll go through there, kick off our speed boost, and continue to bullet jump our way through the map, straight towards B. Now you'll notice it is a lot faster when you just kind of bullet jump, bullet jump, bullet jump. Does look like we may need to go up a little further. Yeah, we gotta go up another floor. No problem, we'll just bullet jump up there. And then we'll bullet jump our way through the level. I'm looking too high when I bullet jump, which is actually slowing the process down. There we go. Just a little bit quicker here just to do this. Just slide, jump, slide, jump, slide, jump. It looks like B is closer. C was looking closer for about a half a second there, but B is actually just a little bit closer. And sprinting is still okay when you're in like tunnels like that where it's not very efficient to bullet jump. Let's go ahead and hit that. It's going to be through here. It's going to be up. Up the other way. There we go. And we're going to come through here. Don't want to get seen by that camera. There we go. Nice and easy. We are better thieves than Maru. Look at that. Now we don't care if we get seen by the camera. Ow. Okay, I guess I care. I guess I care. Should have been a little more careful there. We did get a little bit laid out because of that. What in the world is this? Oh, duh. That's the exit back out. Okay, so now we're gonna bullet jump our way towards C. You're doing this nice and easy. Now, if you want, you can add the roll in here to make it a little bit faster, I think, but I'm not very good at triggering the roll because it's a double tap of sprint, which for me is on a button on the side of my mouse. I wonder if I can set it to roll at the press of one key. Because if I could do that, then I can set another key to be my roll, and I could probably get a lot more use out of it as far as speeding things up. For me, what ends up happening is I bullet jump and then I double tap sprint, and by the time I would roll, I'm already like touching the ground anyway, so it doesn't matter. Here we want to go through there, shoot that out, and then hop straight up to the top here. On this one, you can fall carefully, but I honestly don't care because if you know how to hack, by the time the thing is going to time out, you'll get it anyway, so it doesn't matter. If you're good at these hacking minigames, you don't have to be careful about that at all. You can just go straight through it like that. And now let's get out of here. Alright. Exit found, let's go. Can you open the doors, please? Yeah, so if you double jump right there, that's a really efficient way to use the roll. But if you're just bullet jump, bullet jump, bullet jump, then I find that I don't hit the roll fast enough for it to be useful. See, right there you can get a little use out of it because you're dropping. I guess that is just a little bit faster in general. I still wonder if we can like map that to one key instead of a double tap. Yeah, so there you see more what I mean. If you double jump, you have plenty of room to bullet jump, but that depends on the height of the room as well. And I think in general, just bullet jump is pretty much faster. Got an exit here, we're gonna shoot that out. And there I slid and ran into a wall. So sometimes you can slow yourself down. Here it's obviously gonna be faster to roll. There we go. All right, straight out we go. Practicing movement. I've been playing this for 4 months. I'm still practicing movement, guys. Movement is so quintessential to how to play this game. So don't ever feel like you're not good enough at it. Just, you know, spend time, try to practice it, try to get better at the stuff you're not good at with the movement. It's an incredibly powerful tool. Even on some of the higher end content, it's this like unsort of spoken tool that is very, very useful. I mean, it's not unspoken, but the game doesn't tell you like, hey, if you roll, this thing is gonna be a lot easier, but it is. Take the Grenier Arcane Codices, that is Pantheon Mercury. All right, so we're gonna knock this out, and I think after this, we should have all the stuff we need to complete the mission for Maru. Although I may be wrong, because it may actually send us into her actual weekly mission for the first time, which is cool, because then I can show you guys the vault. Okay, let's skip this. Hey, it's another spy vault. This should be easy. Oh no, this is sabotage. Is this sabotage or is it spy? No, it's spy. It's spy. It just looked like sabotage for a minute. Because typically in sabotage, there's caches you can find. And then there's also reactors and stuff you hit. In this instance, it is just a spy mission, which means we should get through it pretty quickly, honestly. Especially when the first vault is so close to where we started. Wow. Ah, see, I rolled there and it actually made it slower. So if you don't know the tile sets, then movement can work against you. Definitely... Oh, come on. That was not cool. So basically, when you go through those little, like, glowy doors like that, it saps all of your energy. Thankfully, we're not using a frame that relies upon energy to complete puzzles and things. If we were, that would have been much worse. So here, one of the tricks you're going to find is this. You can come through here, and then I believe... Once we've gotten through here, we jump onto here. Oh, I guess not. Can't touch the ground. That's right, I remember this one now. We want to go over that, and keep moving along. That'll take us to this wall, which we can jump up. Just by... Oh, what? We were high enough there. Okay, round 2. So we're going to aim glide over here. Jump across, and then we want to jump up here, but the problem is if you're not centered, you'll get stuck on the lip there. There we go, so we have to center off to get through it. But once we get through that, it's all kind of easy from there. So let's see if we can get up here. And then just drop straight in. Boop, there we go. And we're done. There's actually another way to go from there. You can go through the outer door as well. It just requires hacking one more thing. And that's the way I normally go. I didn't actually know about that higher up entrance until just now when I noticed it. So there is value to that. Also shoot these things so you don't lose your energy. Whenever you can and you see those and you have time to stop yourself, shoot them so you don't lose all your energy, because losing energy means that you can't use your speed boost, which means you can't get through faster. Which is really, really annoying. Those energy doors are the death of me in so many ways. On my main account, I typically use Ivara for spy missions, which is really nice because it gives you all the time you need to figure the puzzle out. But she basically suffers from those doors too, because those doors will sap her energy and remove your ability to go in full stealth and really explore the thing. Kill that right away. Alright, in we go. Okay, so for this one, first of all, I'm going to switch to my kunais because they're silent. Take out that camera, take this out. I'm actually not sure about this one, to be honest. Interesting. Okay, so this will be one that we kind of have to puzzle our way through. Huh. What if we can just go in through that side door there now that we took the camera out? Destination is right down there. Oh yeah, there we go. That was fast. Okay. This is one I haven't really done before, but we're done with it now. That was pretty easy. And then I got stuck here. Doesn't matter. We can set off all the alarms we want when the puzzle's done, so who cares? And then out we go. Oh, that's what it was. I remember this one now. You can hit that, and that's a way you can go into. There's always multiple ways to go into these spy mission rooms, and it really just comes down to what you prefer and are good with. Although there are some that are shorter routes, so like if you look online, you'll find lots and lots of videos and things on how to find the shortest routes. I haven't really done any coverage on that specifically, and that's because in a lot of cases, the difficulty level, like the level of the mission, will change which of those entrances are available. So a lot of the easy ones we're using on this will not be available if you get the same tile set at a higher level. They'll be blocked off by other obstacles or things, so you can't consistently use those. So it's almost on a node-by-node basis, but I mean, you can learn all the different ways and then sort of adjust to the difficulty level yourself. That kind of happens over time automatically, though, in my opinion, so don't sweat it too hard if it's something you struggle with. Okay, this one's pretty easy. We're gonna come up here and hack our security, and then we will clip through the ceiling and kill this guy before he alerts anybody that we're here. So this one's kind of interesting because there isn't like at least that I know of, there's not like a super sneaky way to get in. But this right here will work wonders for you, being able to come down under here and then kind of sneak your way closer. Actually, I think I just messed this up. I think if we come back up here, there is one more part that we need to do before we drop down. Yeah, right here. You want to kind of crouch and sneak in here, and you hit this switch, which will open that final door right there, and then you can kind of just go in that final door and you're set. We did set off an alarm right there because there was a camera, but that's okay. We'll have this easily within time, and we're out. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's hop to this exit right quick, and we should be able to do the final part of this mission, which, if I'm not mistaken, will be the actual Orkan derelict, where we're trying to get through the puzzle room to get our Ayatan statue. And once we get our Ayatan sculpture / statue, I will be able to show you guys how you can use that to turn those Ayatan stars you've been collecting into mounds of endo. Now, it's not going to seem like mounds of endo at first, but the thing to remember is that you can also find Ayatan sculptures in regular missions just by looking around. They'll actually spawn on the ground sometimes, and there are quick ways to do that. But even just doing the weekly, if you just do the weekly and you're conservative on how much endo you blow in the beginning, you'll build up such an excess over time that you'll never have to worry about endo again. I have so much endo from statues on my main account right now that I decorate my ship with the statues, and I still have like 32,000 endo worth of statues just sitting and waiting. Alright folks, it looks like we have one more Corpus mission before we get to that Maru's Bazaar thing. I'm gonna go ahead and hop into this, and I do have some time constraints today, so I may actually have to show you guys the actual mission to get your Ayatan statues next week, which is no big deal. You can honestly do the mission yourself. There's plenty of videos about it online if you're in a hurry. That being said, it's really not that tough. There's just one puzzle room, and it actually leads you to the puzzle room, so you just have to figure out how to get through it. It's usually a jump puzzle or something of that nature, and once you, like, it's okay to mess it up. Like, I messed it up a lot to the point where I got frustrated and kind of stopped doing it for a while, but once you get used to it, it's really not that bad. So it is just a matter of familiarity. Alright, we're gonna come through here. Here, and we have another door here to unlock. Well, that one's basically done for us. Ooh, and there's a camera in this time. See, that wasn't there last time. And here we go. And that's because, like I said, the entrances that are available, they do vary, they do change. We'll do that one. Beautiful. Beautiful. I didn't need to go back through this way, but I might as well, because I'm pretty sure this door will be open now. Yes, it will. Ouch. Getting seen by the camera means we get electrocuted there. Unfortunate, but not world-ending. Let's go ahead and run through here. Oh. Gotta be careful. Sometimes those are walled off, and sometimes the walls are broken, like that. Okay. Continuing forward, we're gonna drop in here. Keep on going. B and C vaults should be relatively close to each other. I'm gonna take this out so that we don't get hit by lasers going through that door. Cameras are really, really obnoxious. Really don't like them very much. Here we can shoot out that window to get through faster. May not be able to shoot out that one though. Or that one. Okay, so that was a mistake. Going through that window is the correct path to get to C, but not the correct path to get to B. Alright, that camera can see us, it's no big deal. Let's go this way. And here's the next vault. Oh boy, okay, so I have a feeling I know which vault this is. Oh, I'm wrong. This is not the vault that I thought it was. So we're gonna go in through here. And we do have kunais, so we're gonna pull those out. Oh, that was not a good plan, actually. Okay, that actually worked out okay. We managed to kill him before we got caught. Here, honestly, I could just rush through this and not sweat it too hard, because I think... Yeah, okay, we got nailed there. Not a big deal. 2 terminals here to hack to get in. Shouldn't be too tough. That's 1. Gonna hit our 4 here to get everything off of us for a moment so that we can come in and get the second terminal. And you only need 2 of the... Nope, you do need all 3 successful. Okay, I thought you only needed 2. But this is kind of the spy mission tutorial, so they had us do 2 on the last. We're required to continue. In this one, we do have to get all 3, so failing that would have failed the mission. Thankfully, though, we're not going to have that issue. And I'm pretty sure, based on time here, folks, that I'm definitely going to have to show Maru's Bazaar on the next one, unfortunately. Or not Maru's Bazaar, but her weekly Ayatin sculpture mission. That's not a big deal, though. Like I said, try it yourself. Definitely experiment, get used to it. There are different puzzles that you can get. There's like 3 to 5 of them, I think. But once you've done it a few times, you'll understand it. You may even get it on the first time, depending on which puzzle you get. The trick is just to really find your fastest route to the end room. And some of them involve hitting a switch, so you do want to be mindful of that as well. Okay. Oh, this was a mistake. I should not have done that, but it's okay. We have ways through. Kind of speed running here for time constraint reasons. Ah, no, not that. Okay, that might have costed me. Oh, crud, I can't go through that way. No, come on. Okay, well, that's probably going to be us failing the mission now. We will see. This is going to depend entirely on my hacking skills here. Oh, no. Come on, let me in. Oh, alright. Well, unfortunately, folks, I've run out of time, so I'm gonna have to finish this up next episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to go ahead and give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. Bye!